Fearless Friday Underground, here we go. Week 2 of the playoffs. Man, we are getting into this thing. It was nice and chilly out there this past week, a little drizzly. It's looking like it's going to be drizzly again this week. We've got some interesting matchups here. I don't know if you were able to kind of look at everything as a whole Friday night, but
I did.
Woo, man, we had some doozies out there.
Yeah, we did. Had some surprises, and a lot of teams' games went as I expected them to go.
Yep. You actually did pretty good this week. Throw up the pick numbers there, guys, because we're dead even again here. We're back to square one. There you go. 75 and 19 a pop. You did real good. 30 and 6 this past week.
That doesn't surprise me.
That surprised the heck out of me.
I'm obviously one of the best at this. I still question some of the first-round picks that you said I missed on. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm actually surprised I missed 6.
I mean, we kind of took some gambles there.
Yep.
You hit on a few though, but
yeah, we'll have to make sure we talked about those in today's show.
Yeah, we'll get them here.
Hit so well.
Absolutely, here you got us pretty good here in the 7A for sure here. But let's get into the 7A here. Before we get into the bracket here, we got some video up here of the last week here. Go ahead and just throw it up there for me, guys. Call it out because I don't have my rundown here. But I know we had some big time games here. Here you go, Bryant. Interesting game for Bryant. You know, they struggled a little bit in that first half, turned it on in the second half.
Yeah, but it seems like they play each other every year, talking about Bryant and Fayetteville. Good game right there. Bryant's, always been tough to beat at home. I really thought the video would have been of the trophy presentation instead of the actual game, since this 7A's already over.
We were a little worried there in that first half.
Nah, there's no reason to. Bryant's going to be back-to-back state champs. Everybody knows it. I've been telling everybody. It's all for naught. Bryant's got this one in the bag.
Is it? But I think for me personally, I think it's a little good for them to kind of get hit in the mouth a little bit, just to know that it's not necessarily guaranteed the way Laney's making it out to be, because you still got to go out there and do it. And then, you get these crummy, rainy nights. That's the great equalizer.
Man, that was a tough night. I was in West Memphis, and it rained or drizzled all night long. Ball was on the ground. That's a tough night to play in. It's a cold rain too.
And that's what made it worse.
Yeah, it's not like a summer rain where okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's actually refreshing.
It's a cold rain.
Yeah, disgusting. But Bryant prevails in this one. Big time win. I think they ended up pulling away in that one. 42-14, I think was your final there.
That was pretty pass there. Had a good tight spiral, but
yeah,
it looks like he brought it all the way down from the ground.
Really heave-hoed that one.
Yep.
All right, guys, throw up who we got next here.
Pretty pass.
All right, Conway. All right, this was one that I missed on because I really believed in Conway. I should probably stop believing in Conway in the second round.
Yeah, they're a lot like Bryant was several years ago. I told you that.
I'm telling you, man.
Bentonville West gets a big win.
That is a big win.
I'm going to tell you, though, this game was a pretty good game. I talked to Bob White that called this game for Conway. He told me it's a good game. That Conway, just
a lot of that there.
Yeah, they got behind early, but you got to give credit a lot to the Wolverines of Bentonville West.
Yeah.
And that's a big win for a new school in Bentonville West.
Sure is. And, man,
I just don't really understand Conway, because they should be able to be putting it together more than they do, and they just seem to always kind of stub their foot about this time of the season.
Here we go. Conway's about to be the butt of all of our jokes here. But we mean it out of love here. But again, Conway. Hey, if there's anything to look forward to, Conway,
it's
here in the next.
Season.
Well, yeah, there's basketball season, which you're going to be pretty good at.
Yep.
But here in the next probably about 5 or so years, you guys, just like Brian here, you're bound to win one. You're bound to hit eventually here.
That's true.
All right, let's get into the 7A bracket here, because we've got a Final Four left, and this one's kind of gone about how we thought it would.
Rematch earlier in the season. Bryant, North Little Rock, Bentonville West. Bentonville West, Bryant.
Yeah.
And North Little Rock. I still hadn't said
Bentonville.
That right. Thank you.
Bentonville, North Little Rock.
Thought I'd get it right in a minute. Bentonville West and Bryant's a rematch of earlier in the season.
That's it.
I'm trying to say.
There you go.
So poorly.
we understood what you were going for here.
I'm glad you did, because I was beginning to worry.
All right, let's look at this top bracket here, because I think this one is going to actually be fascinating, because North Little Rock seems to kind of have a little bit of their mojo back. They've got that running game really clicking.
Can't throw the football.
But we've seen a lot of times that, if you can be a little one-dimensional, it might work, and especially on a rainy night.
Bentonville wins this one.
I would agree with you.
Yep.
But I think this was going to be closer.
They're too one-dimensional. I mean, really, North Little Rock's a good football team.
Yeah.
But they've got to get outside of the strong running game, which has been very good for them. But you got to pass. You got to pass when you're playing these tough teams. And
I don't know. I mean, if you could play a little keep away from Bentonville. Now, granted, you got to keep it going, but like I said, they've kind of found that mojo with the running game again. Now, granted, the Bye and Harbor aren't quite up to the level of Bentonville.
No, especially Bye.
And especially if they get down early in this one. Now, I think the rain could potentially help them out. Now, I don't know how it's going to be up there in the northwest corner.
No,
but
I don't either. But I will say this: excuse me. We figured this was going to be the matchup in the championship game with Bentonville Bryant.
Yeah.
I don't have any reason to change my mind on that.
No, I'm with you there. And then looking at the bottom part here, Bryant hosting Bentonville West here. I think they kind of can name the score.
Well,
they did.
They mercy ruled West earlier in the season.
Yeah, I was out there at that one. I'm going to be out there at this one again.
It's probably going to be the same type of outcome.
Yeah, I believe it was something like 42-0 the last go-around. We got home early. That was nice.
I think West will score in this one, but I think Bryant will be too strong for them. And I think it's the Bentonville Bryant championship. But it really doesn't matter because Bryant's already won the 7A championship, and it's just a formality.
They've already won it, yeah. So who needs all this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move into the 6A here. I think they told me I had Searcy Pine Bluff ready to go here. So Searcy, one of these teams rolling along here,
Searcy's
doing what they do.
They've been very good all season. Just a very good football team. And, they got a matchup coming up. Pine Bluff's a little down this year, but that's still.
They are.
I mean, Searcy, very tough to beat at home.
Yeah, they are strong at home.
Yeah,
they're a strong team in general. I mean, this one is actually going to be kind of fun, I think, this matchup they got coming. We'll touch on it here in a minute. But Searcy, a team, boy, they flick it around. And they've got some speed.
They got some speed, but it's going to be all for naught. They're going to lose at home this Friday night.
Oh, dear me. Oh, goodness mercy.
Once again, Greenwood, congratulations, the 6A state champs once again.
It's already crowning them here.
Yeah, Searcy will lose to Greenwood Friday night.
All right, I'll just go ahead and mark it down here.
Yeah.
All right, another bit of a shocker here, and you were out at this game, so you could probably provide a little more.
I can tell you a lot about
analysis
this game.
Here is this West Memphis.
Look at the fog right there. I mean, what a miserable game right there.
Just what a night, man.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game, though. I mean, actually, it was an exciting game because both teams scored so well. Here is a. I think that's a safety.
That's a touchdown.
Is that a touchdown?
Yeah, touchdown there. Yeah. We're actually up here in the box here. This is where we got it from the live stream here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they need to zoom in on that just a smidge.
Yeah, I mean, next time maybe they can take it from an airplane.
Or maybe this is the Goodyear
or the blimp
that they've got here.
That was a very good game. Two very competitive teams.
Yeah.
And West Memphis did a good job to hold on in that football game. Congratulations to
Bill. How quick was this game?
It was very quick because
we thought it was going to be a pretty quick one there.
And it was, and I was very fortunate because I could get out of Crittenden County and get on the interstate and come home.
That's it.
But it was a very good football game, and look at, once again, Lake Hamilton's got a lot of speed.
They got some speed.
It's unbelievable the speed they have, but they're going to be very good next year. Lake Hamilton, West Memphis is too. They're both two young teams. They're scary teams. Yeah. This will be a good test here for Benton, but I think Benton's going to. In a way, it looks like a Benton-Greenwood rematch.
Yeah.
One of these, I think somebody's going to lose, so I don't think Greenwood and Benton will be there Saturday. I don't know which one loses. I was just having fun with that Greenwood-Searcy is going to be a tough game for Greenwood.
That's going to be a fun one to watch.
Very tough game. And the West Memphis-Benton is going to be tough, too, because I'm telling you, West Memphis has got a lot of size.
Yeah, they're big
This is a coin flip right here.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I'm going to go with upset and pick Benton.
Oh, he went Benton. Oh, I thought for sure you were going to go West Memphis.
I was just watching to see which way you were going to go.
Oh, man.
I picked the two favorites, Greenwood, Benton, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's going to be that way. One of them's going to lose. I just don't know which one yet.
Not sure which one. You seem pretty hype on Greenwood because you've already crowned him.
Coach Jones, I mean, they need to go ahead and dust off the cabinet and get that trophy ready to set right there. That thing's already over.
I don't know, man. Already lost to Benton once. Now, granted, if they do end up moving on,
they will not lose.
It's tough to beat a team twice.
Yep.
And we know with Benton, they've had to reload a lot here.
I'm telling you, these are going to be very good games. I think these are better matchups than what we were talking about previously in the 7A. I think these are great matchups.
And these are really good matchups. I really wish I could get out there to that Searcy Greenwood game.
Yeah, I
think
there's a better chance of West Memphis upsetting Benton than Searcy knocking off Greenwood.
All right, I could be amenable to that.
I could be wrong.
I think, despite even winning the conference there and knocking off Greenwood, knocking off Lake Hamilton, but Benton's got it rolling. They were rolling this past week, that's for sure, too.
I can tell you, I've seen every team play except Searcy, and by far, Greenwood is the best team that I've seen.
All right, so there you have it. Crowned them already there in the 7 and the 6.
Yep.
We got a big doozy of a game there for you coming up here in the 5A. It was very unfortunate that these two teams had to play in the second round. We talked about it last week. It's PA, it's Harrison. We'll have them coming up here in just a minute. Here on Fearless Friday Underground, Bir and Lanny Beavers. Stay with us. Man.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app. Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
Fearless Friday Underground. Bir and Lanny Beavers here with you. Let's get into this 5A classification. Phil, just toss out games to me here, and we'll kind of break them down here because I know this PA Harrison game was a big one. But let's get to the big upset here. You nailed this one, that Whitehall-Alma game.
Yep.
Woo, man. I thought this one was a coin flip. I kind of gave the hat tip to the home team, but
nope.
Whitehall's out of their minds right now.
Whitehall's, we did a Fearless game with Whitehall earlier in the season. Now, they lost to a good Sheridan team.
Yeah.
But they're such a young team. You got Bobby Bolden there. You could see the talent on that football team.
Yeah.
Did not surprise me, but Alma had a good season too, but I really liked Whitehall in this game.
Yeah, that's a big-time win for them. I mean, like you said, a young team, man, this has got to be some kind of confidence booster, especially going into next season, regardless of what happens here. I think the buck will stop here this weekend, but we'll get to that here in just a second here. But game of the week, though, regardless of your classification here it was PA v. Harrison. This was a back-and-forth affair. Great facility up there, too. I've never been to Harrison, man. That is a nice joint.
Yeah,
hats off there to the Gobs. But, man, this one was everything you thought it would be. And it actually ended up turning into more of a defensive battle than it did, the high-scoring affair. We didn't really know how it was going to go. But, whoo, man, Pulaski Academy had to pull out all the stops.
Yeah, they did. And this, I mentioned last week that Harrison was the type of team that could give PA fits because they had the size to really upset Bratcher. But, man, what a great play right there. But you can't spell pass without PA.
Sure can.
And surely, and as usual, PA is victorious. See, that's the difference. Harrison's a great team. Pulaski Academy, they're a good team. Pulaski Academy's a great team. PA's going to win these type of games. 9 out of 10 times, PA will win that type of game.
Yeah, a lot of times that's how we've seen it in the past here. But the one thing, and I know you mentioned the size of Harrison was able to give some fits, and they really did. A lot of those short, down and distance kind of setups here, I mean, really did not go PA's way in this one. In fact, they had a big goal line stand early on in this one. It was just right there, actually, 4th and inches. Couldn't punch it in. So it was kind of wild. But the one thing, too, is you got to hats off to their quarterback. I mean, was able to just elude everything, really extend the play. And that's what really killed Harrison. They just weren't able to bring him down. And, I mean, look at that. Shifty.
Well, he's a good quarterback. He's been playing for a while. He's got a great arm. That's one thing about Pulaski Academy. That's a pass right there. Probably should have been defended better.
And that was right before the half, too.
Yeah.
So that was a big-time dagger.
Right.
So instead of being down 1 score, you're down 2 going into the half with this one.
But all in all, Harrison's a very good football team. I mean, it's unfortunate that this game was so early.
I know.
But, for the Goblins, it's basketball season.
Yep.
And Pulaski Academy lives to play another game.
All right. Team that they're likely going to potentially deal with, granted, potentially, here, Little Rock Christian taking on Wynn. We both nailed this one, but boy.
No
Christian.
no big surprise there. I think Christian is just such a strong football team, and you talk about a team that just seems to be getting better as the season goes along.
Yeah.
Little Rock Christian. Wynn's just too young. They're going to be good next year.
Yeah.
But no, Wynn's a good football team. Just way too much firepower for Little Rock Christian there.
Yeah, and I mean, just, man, they've got some firepower out there for sure. And it's just, boy, they are a tough team to, I mean, they've got a lot of moving parts. They're very similar in a sense with Pulaski Academy. Is just they've just got dudes all over the place that can make plays. And it's you can't really key necessarily on one guy.
Well, it's looking like a rematch here, too, in 5A, PA, and Little Rock Christian. There's some other teams that are going to have a lot to say about that. But
Yep.
Good. These are some good semifinals also coming up.
All right, let's get into this bracket here because we do have a couple of doozies here. I think one better than the other. I think the top half here is probably a little better. We got to get you guys on the spell check there. Pulaski Academy.
Well,
it's just funny there, you know.
Well,
when you're slamming it through, you know.
Well, we try to get it out real quick. Morrilton is one of the last teams besides Christian this year. I believe it was Morrilton that knocked off Pulaski Academy in the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot going on there.
You.
This game, if you'll notice with the brackets here, that you'll notice how it looks like the top team is home, but not necessarily. But that's why we got home under Pulaski Academy.
Academy there, yeah, absolutely here. Now, granted, they're the better seed too. So,
well, Criswell is a great quarterback in Morrilton. They have really started playing well. Excuse me, really started playing well. But I'm going to go with the Bruins. I think the Bruins will advance once again to the finals.
I'm with you there. I've been impressed, though, with Morrilton. I thought Valley View would get him up here, but like you said, Criswell looks to be 100%, and he is a game changer for Morrilton. So it's going to be real fun to see what kind of impact he'll have in this one. And I don't want to say this one's going to be close, per se. I think Pulaski Academy wins it comfortably. But I want to see what Morrilton can do. And if they play a little bit of that keep away, and that's what Harrison actually did, and probably part of the reason it was a lot closer than what it maybe could have been was, you know, Harrison, they weren't even breaking out of their huddle till halfway through the play clock.
Well, you know, it's one thing for a team in Lake Hamilton that I call during the week, and I've said this a lot. It's one thing to have 6, 7, 8-minute drives. Yeah. But you got to score points.
Yeah.
It doesn't do you any good if you're going to keep the football away from the opponent and you don't get any points.
Yeah, what's
on
the
board.
point?
There is no point.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the whole point. If they're going to do it, hey, that's fine, but you got to score.
Got to punch
and that's the kicker.
Yep. And there was a lot going on with that here. And then I think Little Rock Christian wins this one comfortably.
I think Christian does too. Whitehall's had a great season. They're a very dangerous team. But I think Christian. I think we got a rematch.
Oh boy. I'm with you on that one. That one's going to be a doozy.
Yep.
And that's the one that'll be. You guys see there the noon game here. So that one ought to be.
Which game are you going to Friday night?
I'm going out to Bryant and B West rematch. I was trying to lobby West a little bit there.
Okay.
Maybe I can get it changed up here.
I'll try to change that one.
Yeah, we'll see here. All right, let's get into the 4A. A lot to talk about with them. Arkadelphia, DeWitt, I believe we've got here first one out the gate here. Obviously, Arkadelphia doing what Arkadelphia does.
Yeah, look at the defense right there. They're just so strong right now. Arkadelphia just a powerhouse team. No surprise there.
Oh, they really are, man. And in fact, this whole quarterfinal here is just some kind of boy. Yeah. We'll get into the full bracket here in just a second here. But man, Arkadelphia. I mean,
going for the three-peat here.
Golly. I mean, golly here. They're just rolling.
There's a lot of seniors on this team, too.
There is.
They are.
But they've been rolling for a few years now, so there's a lot. I mean, you can say something about these sophomores, too, but like you said, 2 in a row. If they win a 3rd in a row, it's just like, man, it's expected here.
Don't think it will happen. I'll go ahead and say that.
Oh.
But Arkadelphia does look very strong.
They are strong. They're going to have a lot to say about it here.
Yep.
Dardanelle, Nashville. There was a game that we thought was going to be pretty interesting. And it was.
Wasn't it a one? I believe this is a one-point game.
I think it was like 35-34 or something along those lines. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
I did too. I thought Nashville would win this one comfortably, but man, Dardanelle had a lot to say about that.
Yeah, Dardanelle, boy, the Sand Lizards, they are good. And I don't know how many they're going to lose this year, but if they play hard. I'll give them that. They play hard.
They certainly do. Good, big. I mean, that's a top win right there for Nashville.
And to go on the road, too, and keep it that close. Now, I don't, excuse me, I didn't really know what the flow of this game was either, if they were down the whole time or it was a little back and forth.
I don't know, because, I'm just seeing them come in. On Fearless Friday, that's all I get to see.
Exactly. So. But, hey, hats off Sand Lizards, and that's a tough test there for Nashville. So they are pretty well battle-tested so far in this bracket here, and they're going to be plenty battle-tested coming up here pretty soon. Big-time what I thought, well, I don't want to say big time upset, but mild upset here. Warren v. Ozark in this one. And, man, Ozark just put it on Warren.
I didn't see this coming. I knew Ozark was a very good team because we'd seen them earlier. No, I didn't see it either. I mean, I'm not surprised Ozark won. I knew Warren was good, but my goodness.
I didn't think
just
they'd
the volume,
smack him around.
Yeah, they just destroyed them, which really shocked me.
Yeah.
That's a big win for the Hillbillies.
Yeah, Hillbillies.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot to say about this. They've kind of been.
I think this, I'm sorry, I walked on you. There's two big head turners. This one was one, and there's one in the 2A that was a huge head turner we'll talk about later.
Yeah, there was one there in that 3A as well.
But when you saw this score come in, you go, whoa, what?
Yeah, I was flabbergasted at this one. Like you said, I wasn't surprised that Ozark won.
Yeah.
Because we kind of said, man, this is a coin flip because Ozark's real good. They've been kind of out there on the outside looking in on the top 5 all year. So you knew they were good.
Yeah.
Wow, to thrash Warren around like that.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me, the margin of victory.
All right, another interesting one here. Pea Ridge Star City. We kind of told you Pea Ridge was.
Pea Ridge has really come on lately. They're
They sure have.
Same conference as Shiloh Christian, Prairie Grove. Not a big shocker there. That's a pretty good drive though for Star City to go all the way up to Pea Ridge.
Oh man, this is probably one of my favorite aspects of the playoffs. Not just the fact that it's the travel, man.
I'm telling you, I had
especially if you get into some of the weird upsets and things.
I got home at 1 o'clock Friday or Saturday morning after mine. We had a whole lot of time to look at the Fearless Friday scoreboard.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I had a nice windy drive back from Harrison as well.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Thankfully, that one was done fairly quick. I think it was about a quarter after. So right after our shows, it was like, see you guys later. Hit the Taco Bell. I'm out of here. All right, let's get into the bracket here because, man, these are this potential semifinal.
These are the quarterfinals. These schools will play the following Friday, Saturday, and Saturday.
Yeah, so there we go. We'll work our way from the top left like we normally do and then work our way down here. Arkadelphia Crossit now.
I mean, Crossit had a great season. The Eagles with a big win over Gosnell. It's over, Crossit. Arkadelphia advances.
Ooh, I'm with you there, but watch out for Crossit. They're a tough team. They knocked off Warren early in the year, which now doesn't look like as big a deal, but at the time, big deal. And Warren's still a good team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, the rain sometimes does things, and if you have the snowball rolling.
You know what's the funny thing about that rain, though? It rains on both sides of the field.
It rains on both sides.
It doesn't just rain on one side.
Yeah, so there you go. It should be interesting, though, but that's a doozy of a matchup, but I'm with you there. I think the Badgers get this one. And then this next one, my goodness. Nashville, Shiloh Christian, Shiloh hosting this one. Boy, this is a bona fide coin flip if there ever was one. I'll go first in this one because, you know,
I'll be happy to go first.
You're still mulling it over here.
No, I'm not mulling it over.
Oh, okay.
Nashville.
Ooh, all right. Can't go wrong there. I'm going to go Shiloh in this one. But
I mean, I think they're both good picks for either one of us. This is going to be a great game right here. I look forward to watching this. I might try to pick it up.
I really was trying to get Wes to send me out there to this one.
This will
be out there to Fort Smith.
That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, this one.
And I think Bashville got battle tested last Friday night.
Yeah, sure did.
So
had Pocahontas, gave him a little bit of a or you're talking about Nashville, but I know Pocahontas kind of gave Shiloh a run there early on in this one. They flexed. But yeah, Dardanelle really gave Nashville a run. We'll see how it works out for them because, boy, oh boy. Going up to the top right, if you're following along with us here, Jonesboro West Side hosting Robinson. West Side,
they've had a great season.
They've had a good season. Had a great season.
Yeah,
I'm with you here.
That's the key word. They had a great season.
Yeah.
Robinson wins this one.
I think Robinson does as well, but I'll be interested to see how close
it's hard to
this
go
one
against those 4 7A schools, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, even me picking against Nashville, I love Nashville, but man, that Shiloh offense is electric.
Yeah,
but we'll
they
see.
haven't played a defense like they have until they played Nashville.
That's true, and but they're hosting, so it's.
Nashville won't be worried about that. They just went to Dardanelle last week.
I know
they're used to going on the road.
Well, they hosted Dardanelle last week, so.
But they're used to going on the road, playing Robinson, playing Arkadelphia. They're used to playing a tough team on the road.
All right, so there you have it here. And then your last matchup there, really some,
man, that's
Ozark and Pea Ridge.
That's a tough one for me. Generally speaking, I would probably pick Pea Ridge, but the way Ozark handled Warren, I'm going to go with Ozark.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Ozark's been really good all year. We haven't talked about them a whole lot, just because that 4A7 has just been so strong, and then you've got the likes of Shiloh and Warren's right there too. Crossit had made some noise. Woo! Yeah, I'm with you. I think Ozark, hard to pick against them when you thrash a team like Warren.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of seem to have things rolling, but look at that potential.
Man, there's a lot of teams though in this quarterfinals. They can go either way.
Oh my goodness!
I don't really see a strong favorite in many of them at all.
I think if you had to pick one, it'd probably be Robinson, but I'm not sleeping on West Side. Don't even get that twisted here. But I think the matchup just favors them a lot better. And then really, you look at any of these combination of teams. They're in the semifinals. Like, goodness gracious, you could have a 4A7 matchup on one side and potentially Arkadelphia, Nashville. You've got Ozark, Robinson potentially. You might have Shiloh, Crossit. I mean, whoo, 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 whoo. Keep your eye on that 4A here. That one is going to be nasty when it comes down to it here. All right, those are the middle guys here. We got a couple of big-time upsets here in this 3 and this 2A here. Mm-hmm. So stick around with this one. If you don't know what we're talking about, that 2A. Oh my goodness! You got to get on the boards.
That was a head shocker. That one.
I was stunned at that one.
I was too.
It's Fearless Friday Underground. Stick around.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's, and now spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the Queen of Spice. That's right, and get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app. Bring them back. Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the Queen of Spice. That's right, and get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app. Bring them back.
Fearless Friday Underground, Bir and Lanny Beavers. Let's get into this 3A here. Who do we got first there, guys? Let me know here. There's the bracket. That's kind of what we're looking at here. All right, we got Dollarway and Prescott here first off, and you know Prescott doing what Prescott does, man. They
but it's
handle
good
their business here.
It's good to see Dollarway come back. You know, a real popular name years past, been down for a long time, but they got a hold of the Curly Wolf train.
Oh man, them Curly Wolves, son.
They're always tough in the playoffs.
They are tough.
Prescott's always there in the playoffs.
Absolutely, and you see they kind of got their Facebook Live feed there. I dig it. A lot of these smaller schools really.
A lot of them are going to it. A lot of teams are going to web.
I'm digging it. I'm here for it, man.
And I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of parents and there's a lot of fans very appreciative of that Friday night when it was raining all over the state.
Ain't that the truth, man? Because, you know, Harrison usually packs a good crowd, but you could see some little pockets up there where it's like, I ain't trying to deal with the all that stuff here.
Yep.
Here was a pretty decent upset when it came to the 3A here, and this was Melbourne. The Bearcats with a Z taking on Glen Rose. Melbourne gets them. I was a little shocked at this one.
I was too. I didn't see this one. There's another one that shocked me too. We'll talk about in a few minutes. But no, I thought Glen Rose was just so powerful right there, and I just didn't think Melbourne would do it. But good win. Right
because in Glen Rose, they're big, they're physical. You know, they're one of those teams that they can get in your head. I mean, they do stuff like that, the old hook and ladder. I mean, like mercy goodness.
Yep.
And but Melbourne, we tried to tell you about Melbourne earlier in the year. And they stubbed their toe a little bit, kind of towards we were kind of getting into the end of the season there. Stubbed their toe a little bit. Ended up being the third seed out of that 2-3A. I can always never say these conferences right. But hey, here they are. Made it to the quarters. Yeah. Wow. You got my attention fully now here, Melbourne. Who was that next game there, fellas? Lamar and Ryzen. Oh, yeah. Now this one was something else here. Obviously, Ryzen doing what Ryzen does.
Obviously, Ryzen in the black and gold, if anybody's familiar with the Ryzen.
Oh, man, that's classic.
I mean,
classic look right there.
I mean, their
helmets are real boring.
I just like the color combination. I like the black and gold.
I do like that, the black.
Man, look at Lamar, though. Just go right up the middle. Big score
Yeah,
right
that's a
there.
tough one. Tough one early on, but, again, just Ryzen just getting it done.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought Lamar would win this game. They're a good team, but Ryzen just got too much firepower.
They just man, they will hit you too. Like, Rising's not the biggest team out there. So I saw them just manhandle McGee earlier in the year. And McGee was obviously bigger than Rising, but you couldn't tell by the way they were playing it. I mean, Rising got technique. They've been running that same offense since, couldn't even tell you how long they've been doing it. Years, 20 years or so. And they run it in their Pee Wee leagues. I mean, it's very similar to what like Cabot has done for the longest time. They run it from the little kids, and it's just second nature by the time you get to the high school. And yeah, now granted, they've switched things up.
Switched offense this year with Scott Reed.
Switched things up there a little bit here. Camden, Harmony Grove, Clinton. I was a little surprised at this one here too. Clinton just couldn't get this one done. Harmony Grove getting that dub, but again, this was another one of those games where we saw it going either way.
I did.
But it appears as Clinton just couldn't get it together, and that's a sloppy.
But you also saw the quarterback back away too soon too.
Yeah.
And that happens. You know, sometimes when you're playing, you're just trying to get the play off just a little bit quicker than normal, and you're gonna make mistakes like that.
Yeah, and it happens. But there you see. I mean, just
man, look at that score right there.
Yeah, they got thumped pretty good.
That's what you call taking someone out behind the woodshed there.
Yeah. Clinton, R.I.P. We both had them in that one, and boy, did they get thrashed.
I think we missed that one.
By that much. Just barely missed that one here.
Congratulations, Harmony Grove.
Yeah, another interesting one out there. Well, I don't say interesting, but Harding, Newport. I thought this one would be a lot closer than what it really ended up being, because Newport.
No, I didn't. I had Harding all the way in this one. I mean, such a passing attack, and there's just, you're talking about some other schools. They do the same thing every year, and that's exactly what Harding Academy does. They're just so tough.
Yeah, it's just, man, and it's tough to get there because they get, when you've got a full boat out there for Harding, boy, they get loud out there. Now, granted, they play it out there at Harding, the college.
Yep.
Same thing. So, it's a little different atmosphere normally, but they can wild out there too. But Newport tried to hang tough here, but man, just Harding, firepower. Like you said, they're usually very tall. I mean, you see a lot of those guys. Harding has always had some tall dudes, and I don't know what they're feeding them out there in Searcy or what the program is, but they always seem to have dudes that are 6'4" and above, and in 3A, you just don't see that a lot. It's just crazy to me. So a lot of times it's just, man, just go up and get it.
Yep.
And they went up and got it.
Yep.
Big matchup for them this week here. All right, let's get into this bracket here. We didn't have any video throw up here, but how about Hoxie, boy?
Well, that's the one I was talking about.
How about it?
I thought Boonville would win this one, and that just did not happen.
Yeah, not whatsoever. They will be going on the road to Prescott. Ooh, you want to talk about a drive. Man, oh, man. That's a pretty good haul right there.
Yep.
I'm going to take the home team in this one. I mean, hey, Cinderella, do your thing, but I think the clock strikes midnight because Prescott is dangerous. I maybe would have picked Prescott over Boonville as well because they are rolling
I like
right now.
Prescott in this one too.
I'm with you here. Bottom half looking like this. Now, this one's fascinating to me. Harding and McGee.
I like Harding Academy.
Oh, okay. Simple as that.
Yeah.
McGee, though, there's some big dudes. So
I just like Harding Academy. I think they match up better.
I'm with you there. I think McGee's size could pose some issues if they play a little keep away. There's a lot of times with these passing teams, if you knock them off rhythm a little bit and you play a lot of keep away. Now, granted, like you said earlier, you got to score.
Doesn't do you any good if you don't score.
If you don't do anything, if you hold the ball for 5 minutes,
and don't score.
It's like it's a wash.
It's irrelevant.
So yeah, if McGee can get ahead in this one, I'll be interested to see how things kind of play out here.
Yep.
All right, another Cinderella, Melbourne. Going on the road to Osceola. Woo!
Hey, that's a great win for Melbourne. I don't think they're going to be able to win at Osceola. That's going to be a tough matchup.
Two upsets in a row, especially against tough teams like that and on the road.
I like Osceola in this football game.
I'm with you there. I maybe would have picked Osceola even over Glen Rose, and Glen Rose knows I got nothing but love for him. But man, Osceola, they're one of them teams too. They are big, and they run the ball well. And if you got one of those. If you got that combination, chances are you're going to be really good. Osceola, one of those teams, boy, they are really good here. And then your bottom one, whoa. Now, I was lobbying a little bit for this game, too.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one right there. The home team is rising. I went against Camden Harmony Grove last week. I really thought Clinton would knock them off.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again and go against them. I'm going to go with Rising.
Oh, I thought you were setting me up there.
No, I'm going to go with Rising.
Yeah, I'm with you there, too. I think Rising, just one of them teams, man. Old tradition there. I mean, Camden Harmony Grove is good, but I mean, this is going to be another one of them games where it ain't going to last long. So you better get there. You better get there early.
Yep.
Find your seat.
Yep.
Get your concessions beforehand, because this game's going to be over like that. They're not going to throw the ball a whole lot here. Although I have seen Ryzen throw it a little bit, but it ain't much. It is not much here. All right, let's get into the 2A here. We Lanny has been teasing it the whole show here.
Oh yeah.
We're finally getting to it here.
Yep.
Probably the biggest upset. I mean, it's a bona fide upset.
We'll have scores come in sometime, and they're reversed. And you see a score come in, and you go, man, that's not right. That's reversed.
Can't be right.
I saw this score, and once again on my long drive back from Clinton County, and I thought that can't be right. And man, it was right. What a huge upset in the 2A.
Carlisle knocking off Foreman.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Gators.
I didn't see it happening. I did not think.
Not in the slightest. And that's like no disrespect to Carlisle. Now, I did say last week, watch out for these 2A6 teams, because that's a mean conference. Now, I don't want to say that's 4A7-ish, but they're right there when it comes to quality in terms of top to bottom. You know, you got a lot of tradition.
I don't
there,
think anybody saw this one, though, and hey, that's a big win for Carlisle.
Not at all. And that's a big win there for the Bison, man. And that's a stunner for Foreman. Like, I think a lot of people had them at least penciled into the semis. A lot of people, it was like, oh, man, they're War Memorial for sure.
I thought so.
Whew, second week. Here we are. All right, Magnet Cove taking on McCrory. This one I thought was going to be pretty fascinating. We both picked McCrory in this one.
I was fixing to say, I didn't think Magnet Cove would be able to do it over McCrory, but they did. They held serve, and that's a big win.
That is a big win.
For Magnet Cove.
Yeah, and they're not the biggest team either.
Nope.
When it comes to things here. Now, I don't think either one of these teams has got a lot of size, but
well, once again, you know, when you got a 2A school and you can do something that most teams are going to run the football, but Magnet Cove can pass, and that's the type of team that will give you fits.
Oh, absolutely, because a lot of times these kids are going both ways.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty throw there, but it couldn't come down with it.
Though.
Yeah, and there are smaller teams too, and that, especially when you go against some of these teams who like to thump around, I mean, you just get wore out.
Yep.
Kind of the same way with the pass.
You're playing both ways.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and you get gas, and they'll send a sprinter downfield, and they'll get you on a cross pattern or a wheel route or anything like that. And that's a good, you know, Magnet Cove can throw the football. They're why I like Harding Academy so much previously, because they throw the football so well.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of throwing in 3 and 2. I mean, probably more so in 3, but this 2A, man, it's tough to sling it around here a lot because
let's get to it.
It's a little sloppy here. Who else did we have here, guys? Gurdon and Dirks, yeah. Them Go Devils, man.
I don't think either one of us missed this one here.
Nope, not at all.
Gurdon's been good all season long, and the Go Devils.
Them Go Devils, they are going right now.
Yep.
That is a tough team, boy, and they play hard.
Yep.
I got to watch them play against Foreman. There for that conference championship, basically.
A lot of moisture on that field.
There was a lot of moisture.
You can see it right there to the fumble.
Great place to go watch a game, too. If you ever get out to Gurdon, make sure you get out there. They have one of the most electric, I guess, introductions of a team. They've got those LED lights. They shut them down, get the music. Whoa. I was ready to go. I was ready to go once I saw some of that intro. But that's a really good team. Defense plays hard. They hit you. They can throw it a little bit, but I think they like to run a lot more. Team to watch out for.
Yep.
All right, one of your old favorites here, Earl and Hazen. Whew. Man, for starters, look at that just conditions that we're playing in right here.
Man,
goodness, I feel sorry for these coaches having to deal with this field.
What a sloppy field right there.
Good Lord have mercy. And it was very similar to this earlier in the year when these two teams played.
Yeah.
Hazen running away with this one, but
no surprise there.
Yeah, not exactly. And these are two teams that don't like each other a lot here.
Look at the size of
big man throwing it up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean,
threw
look
a pick
at
too.
Oh, this field. Oh, it hurts my soul to watch him play on this. Goodness, boy, I feel bad for the laundry guys. I feel bad for the coaches having to deal with this field, because a lot of times that's what they'll do there in 2A. Coaches handle the field too if you don't have the turf. Oh my gosh, guys.
If you'll notice this game here. Well, we'll get into a few minutes. It's been moved to Warren because of the turf conditions.
Because of that turf. Oh my gosh.
That
is just something else here. Was that it on video, fellas, or we got one more here? All right, that's it here. All right, let's get into the bracket here. Man, there's some doozy of games right here. I mean, this is probably your best matchups.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to step out on a large limb and take Junction City right off the bat.
Yeah, that's a good, man, that one's tough, though. Whew. I like Junction City because of their size.
Yep.
It would not surprise me in the least if Des Arc wins that game.
Well, you can take them.
Because, man, Coach Pass got them. He got them moving out there. And they run, man, they're well disciplined out there. I think that size is going to be the big difference there in that game. But this is going to be another one quick game, so y'all get on out there now. Excuse me, Magna Cove playing host to Girton. I like the Go Devils here.
Yeah, I do too.
I think
Magna Cove's going to give them fits so they can get that passing attack going.
They can get that passing attack going. Now, Girton, one of them teams too, they will get in your backfield, and even against Foreman,
yeah,
they were making a living at the line of scrimmage. They really will dominate. And Magna Cove, they're going to have to get quick with that passing game if they want to try to hang around in this one here. All right, moving up to the top corner here. There we go, fellas. Woo, this matchup just got intriguing.
It did.
Salem hosting Carlisle.
I think Carlisle had a huge upset last week, but I don't think they will this week. I'm going to go Salem.
Now, that's one thing we want to watch out for, especially with some of these other upsets. I meant to mention this earlier, is a lot of times teams will just get thumped the next week.
Yep.
After a big-time upset. You're
Yep.
kind of emotionally spent.
Yep.
Physically, you kind of left it all out there. I'd hate to say it because it sounds really cliche, but it's like your Super Bowl kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to see two upsets back-to-back, especially when you're on the road. Now, Carlisle just thumping Foreman at home. I've got my attention here, but I think Salem's a good team. Don't get me wrong here. Carlisle, obviously, a very good team. Again, that 2A6. Watch out for them now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now here's your matchup here. Oh, boy. Fordyce v. Hazen at Warren.
Yeah, it's going to be at Warren because we were talking about the turf being so bad.
Yeah, because Fordyce has got their turf tore up pretty good.
Yeah, it got tore up. Wow, I think we're going to be opposite on this one.
Well, I'll also say this. Man, I like both these teams. I really do
too, but I'm going to go with Hazen.
Oh, all right. Here we go. I was going with the Bugs.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hazen.
I think the one thing that'll help Fordyce is they can throw the ball, and they've got some athletes.
They do.
But they have loaded with athletes. But Hazen as well. They've got a lot of size.
Yeah,
Hazen
they got
too.
D1 prospect too.
That kid
big lineman
is huge.
He's huge.
He's a big dude. He was number 2 in that highlight if you missed it.
And he's the one that can dominate a football game. And I think that's why I'm going to go with Hazen. Even though it's on the road at Warren.
Neutral site here, yeah.
Warren which makes a big difference.
It does, yeah.
It's at a different field.
Yeah, it's a little different atmosphere than what you're used to because, man, they're at
I think
Fordyce, boy, it's a romantic setting. You are in that game.
I was trying to think. I'm pretty sure Warren's a turf field too.
They're turf, yeah.
I was pretty sure they were. It's been a while since I've been there.
You can see you can still see the track marks that Coach leaves on the home side because he's a walker.
Coach Humbry.
He walks. He paces, man. He is a pacer indeed.
Yep. Well, he paces around the basketball court now.
Oh boy. All right, so no turf issues there in Warren for those teams. These are we're getting down to it, man. The cream has risen.
Yep, it's going to be a lot of fun. Congratulations once again to Bryant and Greenwood for their state championships. And
there you go.
Great time.
There you go. All right, but remember, Fearless Friday, you can get it on the go here, get it on your phone. Make sure you download that thing there in the App Store, Google Play. It's just like the desktop version. That's where we're getting all these fun brackets here. If you want to follow along, you want to play along with us here, make your picks, let it be known. You can go to fearlessfriday.com, get on there. There you go.
It's a great website.
It really is. It's very user-friendly as well, so it's not hard to navigate. If you're looking for something, chances are, boom, you can figure it out pretty quickly here. But that's where we're getting all the brackets here. They do a great job getting them filled in.
I hear the owner of that's a very smart individual too.
I've heard quite the opposite, but but there's that. Right now we're tied in picks. Don't have a lot of differentiation here this week, so we'll see how those couple of games really. We've agreed a lot this year. It's kind of surprising.
But if you'll notice, you always follow my picks. There's maybe one or two that you don't.
I don't know,
but generally speaking, you're following what I do. But don't worry, just get behind me. A lot of people follow me too.
You follow them down to fearlessfriday.com there, and there you see it. So if you missed any of the highlights, we've got them right there for you as well. Now this week, we'd actually mentioned last week, your programming note, that it was our last 10:30 show. We're trying to get one more in here because a lot of our partners are really helping us out with getting a lot of the games. So again, Fox 16 News, 9:30. Kind of as things are wrapping up, as things are happening. We saw a game winner a couple weeks ago, live on air. So you can't go wrong with that. And then 10:30, we're gonna have that full statewide wrap-up show. So I know we said we were gonna do it last week, Black Friday. This is it here because we're gonna have just about every single game. We're gonna have every single one of these things. So I can't stress that enough. I think we're missing one. I think there was about one game we couldn't get to.
I'm going to go to one. I just haven't decided yet. So we'll roll out the red carpet when I get there.
That's right here. You got to tell the people what are you kicking around. Got to let them lobby.
I'm kicking around several.
Oh, all right. Yeah. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I'm kicking around several. I really like it. I'll tell you the one that I'm really intrigued with. Cersei Greenwood. I'm very intrigued with that football game.
Yeah, you could also hit Harding Academy. You know, go from one half to the other.
I could do that.
Get you a lot of football in here.
Over there in White County.
Absolutely here. All right, so get on out to these games here. There's some heck of a matchups here. Maybe more so in the lower classifications, but hey, that's cool. So again, Fox 16 News, 9:30 as things are happening, 10:30. You got FearlessFriday.com. You've got the app. Boom. I think we got all our bases covered here. So for everybody here from the Fearless Friday Underground, for Lanny Beavers, I'm Jay Burr. We'll see you guys next week.